Alright guys, you ready? 9 pool means you make 9 drones. That guy has like a really weird haircut. It means you make 9 drones, and on 9 supply you build a spawning pool. Oh my goodness. It makes so much sense. And then you take your extractor on 9. And then you don't make another drone. I believe you make the overlord on 8, and then you make the drone. Because if you immediately make another drone, then the overlord will be a little bit late, and you'll get like a little bit supply blocked before you can make your lings. So I believe you're supposed to make your overlord on 8 supply. But that's just like a little nuance. Anyways, so Killer is going to be, or sorry, wait a minute. Yes, Killer. Yes, Killer's. I almost got the players confused. It's always a danger in mirror matchups. Killer, having gotten the first scout, knows already exactly what his opponent's build is. I believe that Overlord did see the lings as they were exiting the base. And oh, look at this. So here's what Killer's going to do. Killer, he knows that his opponent 9-pulled, and obviously he 9-pulled as well, so it's mirror builds, but because he has the scouting advantage, he's hiding. He ran 2 lings around the side, and he's going to use those to counterattack Killer's base. While Crazy Hydra's base, while Crazy Hydra's lings are all away. So Crazy Hydra still doesn't know what Killer's build is. All he sees is that there are 6 lings on top of the ramp. So you see, he's going to poke around here. He's going to try and be cute. And oh, is he going to see the lings? Anyway. So you see, Crazy Hydra is going to focus all his attention here at the bottom of Killer's ramp, and perhaps try and pick off extra lings here and there. Basically, what you can do is if the other player like kind of makes an arc at the top of his ramp, sometimes players will try and run 2 lings up, snipe 1 ling, and then run away. So they just get free things like that. But it looks like Crazy Hydra's actually going for the bust here, which is quite questionable. So Killer's just going to run the 2 lings into the main. Looks like a more or less an even exchange, and Killer's actually gone for a creep colony in his base because it looks like he actually went for the lair first. His lair's finished. Crazy Hydra's is not, but Killer snipes 1 drone with those 2 lings. That is absolutely worth it. Just 9-pull versus 9-pull opening, just such a low drone count for both players. So that one drone was like 10% of Crazy Hydra's economy, and you can see that Crazy Hydra's speed has already finished. So Crazy Hydra went for the ling speed first, Killer went for the lair first, and unfortunately for Crazy Hydra, he's not really been able to utilize the lings to do any damage. In fact, Killer's the one who sniped a drone with those 2 lings. So I'd say Killer definitely in a very nice spot here. He's up a drone, he's ahead on his Spire tech. Now I don't think it's fast enough that it'll force Crazy Hydra to make spore colonies. Killer will just have a little bit more time to go out Overlord hunting before Crazy Hydra Spire is finished as well. Excuse me. So looks like Killer making a bit of a fumble there, allowing 1 ling of Crazy Hydra into his base, but he does have a sunken colony already, so I highly doubt he's going to lose any drones here. And looks like that guy ran a little bit too close to the sunken and got taken out. So it looks like Killer moving out with his Choglings, but looks like he was a little bit too brave and not even running away here. Oh man, he doesn't even have speed. It looks like Killer. Did he just skip speed entirely? I am really surprised that he would move out on the map with those lings if he doesn't have speed against speeded lings. That is just asking for trouble. And now Killer's lost all his lings. He does have faster mutas, but these lings running to his base could easily snipe a drone or 2. The one sunken will not kill them fast enough. And look at this! Look at this! Wow! Very Gosu move. An evolution chamber block. That is the whole purpose of that is to make it much harder for the lings to get in and snipe drones. But it looks like Crazy Hydra going for it anyway, getting 2 drones. Will he get a 3rd drone? He does get a 3rd drone. 3 drones. For looks like 7 lings. I think 8 lings went there originally. 1 ling escaping. Killer's mutas are moving out, but Killer now the one in a little bit of trouble. I don't know what he was thinking there. I'm almost positive that he moved out with slow lings, and that is just such a terrible idea. And now he's down to looks like 5 drones on minerals against 7 drones of Killer. A 2 drone advantage. While it doesn't sound like a lot, you have to keep in mind that both these players have just like 7. If you have 7 drones in total on the minerals, and that's 2 more than your opponent, you're in a pretty good spot. So looks like we have 1 ling just running around, scouting around. Both players probably going to mass up Mutalisks a little bit. Now, because of the defender's advantage, Killer can't just immediately go and kill his opponent. But he's got the economy advantage, so he's just gonna be able to sit on that and just mass up mutas and be good to go. Now, is he going to draw out the game and take an expansion? I would imagine he will. No point just going crazy and going for the kill and risking anything. Anyway, it's like overlords running around. I don't think I've seen an overlord being sniped yet. And ooh, look at that! Now I believe that creep colony was because Killer was supply blocked with like 1 extra supply, but you need 2 to make a mutalisk. So if you make a creep colony, the 1 supply from the drone goes away, so you get 2 free supply, and then you can make a muta and then cancel the creep, and then you don't have to wait for the overlord before making the muta. I'm pretty sure that's what happened there. Anyway, looks like we're having a muta on muta engagement here. There were almost no Scourge. I think I saw like 1 pair of Scourge from Crazy Hydra, and Killer does seem to have the muta advantage. Crazy Hydra's trying to mitigate that by good micro. He also does have the overlord there that's absorbing a few of the mutalisk bounce shots, but it looks like it's not enough. And for some reason, Killer, okay, it looks like he's going back in now. I was just gonna say, is he just like gonna leave that overlord? No, he is going in now, and it looks like Killer is going for the kill. Lol. Crazy Hydra is on the ropes. The mutas taking damage. This is so crazy. Both players microing like crazy here. Oh man, and it seems like Killer's just gonna back up here. Got his game face on. Crazy Hydra. You know, I don't really like his glasses. I just don't. You know, his haircut's okay, but I don't like those glasses, man. You gotta get some stork glasses or something. So looks like we do have a drone moving out for Crazy Hydra. Thinking about expanding, that seems quite risky. But the thing is, you know, because both players are essentially only making mutas and occasionally some Scourge, they're using their gas a lot faster than the minerals. So you even with such a low drone count, you can end up with some minerals to spare. And of course, the thing to note is that just now we did see that Killer's drone count is behind by 2, which means that he does not have the extra minerals to be making that hatchery. So I mean, this is basically the immediate effect of that drone snipe, the 3 drone snipe we saw with those lings. You can also see Crazy Hydra adding a couple more Scourge than Killer. I believe he's got is that 2? I believe he has 2 pairs of Scourge. Whereas no, now we have 2 pairs of Scourge as well from Killer. In these earlier game battles, you usually don't see too many Scourge at the pro level. I mean, their muta micro is just so impeccable that it's very unlikely that Scourge hit. Usually, actually, the main point of Scourge at this level of ZVZ is actually just to force the other player to run away and micro against them so that your mutas can get free hits. But it looks like Killer going for the engagement here. Neither player is actually microing anymore. It's going to come down to who has more mutas. No, it looks like Crazy Hydra has started to micro again and seems to have taken the advantage here. It looks like he's got 4 mutas. Killer rallying in some mutas, but he sees the expansion. The expansion is finished. He knows he has to make a move, and he is trying to make it, but is it going to be enough? Killer seems to have a muta disadvantage. He's running away. He's microing down the Scourge. Very nice micro by Killer. I don't think he took a single Scourge hit, but he took a lot of free muta hits. But no, it looks like Killer is at 3 mutas against 2, but I think he's our damage. No, he's down to 1 muta actually. Oh man, it's so hard to tell. But now he's got Scourge going in. 1 Scourge does hit. It's almost impossible to micro against Scourge with only 1 muta. Look at that micro. Oh my god! Crazy Hydra just micros down the Scourge with a single muta. I didn't even know that was possible. I thought you actually needed more than 1 muta to even do that. Amazing micro, and that's what I'm talking about. In pro level ZVZ, Scourge, man, just like they never hit. And suddenly Killer is in a terrible position, even though Killer had a really nice move earlier on. I mean, he had the scouting. It was mirror build, and Killer had the scouting advantage immediately. That is such a huge advantage in a delicate matchup like ZVZ. And then he got the 2 lings around. He got the drone snipe. He defended the counterattack, and then he just like suicided his lings for no reason. Oh man, Killer probably feeling a little bit silly now. Crazy Hydra, meanwhile, looking good to take a win for KT, and now that is a very important win because I mean KT Rollster, they basically have like flash and stats, and then a bunch of guys who can't really guarantee any wins. But now that there's no longer any ace matches, you need at least 3 players to take wins. You can't just rely on like 1 ace player. Like Flash to give you 2 wins. So if Killer takes this, you know, you can pretty much say, okay, Flash is gonna win, and then if Stats takes his game, then that'll be you know, series closed for KT. But anyway, let's go back to the game. Looks like Killer running in some lings to try and distract the mutas, but look at this Crazy Hydra very intelligently pulling the drones from the natural. What players will often do in ZVZ is they send in some lings. Either they send in the mutas first or the lings first, either one, and then while the other player is distracted trying to defend against that threat, the other one kills drones. So you can send lings into the natural, and then while he's defending those, you send mutas into the main to snipe drones, or vice versa. You send mutas in first, pull him away, send lings in to kill some drones. But it looks like we do have a muta engagement. I'm not sure who's ahead. Crazy Hydra's the one who seems to be microing a little bit more. Killer's bringing in some Scourge. It's looking really close. It's so hard to tell because the mutas are clumped. They're stacked. And it seems that Killer is taking the lead here in the air. I only see one muta here. I don't know why Killer's running away. And Crazy Hydra loses the battle by one damaged muta. This is just so close, but keep in mind that Crazy Hydra is the one with the expansion here. He is mining from 2 gas. That is going to give him a huge edge if that keeps up. I mean, Killer, he's got to finish the game in the next minute or something. Because the gas deficit is going to mean that even if he keeps taking these battles by slight margins, Killer's just going to be able to outproduce him in the air. And I think the observers are trying to show that Killer also has quite a nice drone advantage here. Wow, yeah, he's actually got a lot of drones. So Killer's actually been sneaking in drones here and there as well. Sorry, Crazy Hydra. Oh, sorry, I keep calling Crazy Hydra Killer. It's just so much easier to say Killer. Maybe I should just call him Crazy. Alright, so Crazy, he's moving in with 2 mutas against 1. But it looks like Killer sneaking in 2 drones while the mutas are distracted, while the mutas are away from home. And notice that Killer seems to still not have ling speed. I could be completely crazy, but I'm pretty sure those lings still don't have speed. But they're going to get a drone kill anyway. Will they get a second drone kill? It looks like yes! Those 2 lings getting 2 drone kills. Absolutely cost efficient. Great move by Killer there. Just trying to pull himself back into the game. Oh, man. And Crazy Hydra flying into some Scourge. It looks like though Crazy Hydra now with a huge overwhelming muta advantage and snipes the last muta. GG from Killer. And Crazy Hydra takes game 1 for KT Rollster, snapping Killer's neck. Man, Killer, I believe a lot of people are saying he's like he's one of the up and coming Zergs, but wow. Very nice play by Crazy Hydra. I almost said Crazy Micro because his micro is so good. Dude, I need to like make up a nickname for this guy. Crazy Hydra is just too much of a mouthful, especially in ZVZ where everything is just like going crazy. Anyway. All right. So, I'm gonna play a commercial and then we're gonna move on.